Yes.
Okay, maybe let's okay, okay, we can
Hello,
Ah,
can you?
okay.
Okay,
Yes.
can you be
I'll
okay?
start again.
Great.
Yay.
Okay, for those that are just joining us, thanks for sharing the link and the thanks for sharing the link with your friends. Okay, and posting it onto Facebook. Okay, so the 2 minutes have already passed.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the session now. So today I am making a floral polymer clay slab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so polymer clay slab for some of your, if you have done polymer clay before, you will know that it is like a sheet, and then you can, it's quite flexible. You can do quite a lot with that sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time I will make it, and then I can make multiple accessories out of it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Um, so today I'm going to teach Stephanie. So Stephanie is joining me today. She's going to learn how to make a daisy. Okay, we're going to do daisy today.
Yay.
Okay, so I posted on my group, my Facebook group, the Polymer Clay Facebook group, what I will be showing today. So if you're interested, you can go take a look afterwards, but I will show you now how I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so we will start with background color first. So
Mhm.
there's two background colors.
Sure.
It's either blue or purple.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
I
you
will-
can choose whichever color you
Okay, I'm
want.
gonna choose the purple one.
Okay, so I'm going to do blue today. Um, for when you're doing a slab, right, you just have to make sure that if you're doing flowers, okay, you know the flowers, the color of your flowers. So daisy is white, and then I have a bit of yellow, and then the leaves, of course, green color. So you need to find a background color that matches white and the yellow and the
Yellow?
green.
Yep.
Okay, so the for white is quite flexible, so it's not too
Sure.
bad. But if
Yeah.
you're doing other colors, like if you're making roses or anything like that, so you just want to be careful what kind of background color you choose. If you choose white as a background color, that's always very safe.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to take a roller. You have a roller there. Okay, we are going to flatten the clay. So we start in the middle, you roll it out towards you. Okay, we're going to make a sheet, a flat sheet. Okay, so today's yeah, today will be the sheet, right? When you make, you can make it as big as you want.
Okay.
But you know that if you make
Big?
big, it will take a lot of time to fill up the whole
Sure.
sheet. It's like if you have an A4 size paper and you want to fill the whole A4 size
Yeah,
paper,
okay.
you know, you have to draw a lot. So you can make it as big or as small as you want. It just depends. The thickness maybe 2 to 3 mm,
Okay.
because we're going to add.
You think it's fine?
Yes, this is fine.
Okay,
This is
good.
good. Okay. So not too thin also, but not too thick because we're going to add more clay on top of it.
Okay.
Okay. If there's any questions along the way, please, feel free to ask, and then we will answer the questions. Okay. Okay. So we will start with the flower color first, daisies, the one that has the white color petals. Okay. And then we'll add on the rest later. So for the white one, what we're going to do, okay, I'm going to cut a little
Thank you.
for you, a little for myself also. Okay, this white clay. Then we are going to make it into a flat sheet also, like what you did with the purple.
Okay. So we'll just see how big.
Okay, maybe you need a bit more.
A bit more?
Yes. So the amount you use will be about the same size as your as the sheet that you have used for your sheet. Okay, because the daisies are fairly big. And then the thickness will be the same. So you flatten it, you roll out towards you. Okay, about 2 to 3 mm thick. It doesn't have to be too thick. All right. So we'll go and roll it onto a flat sheet. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. When we're rolling this out, start in the middle and then roll it towards you. Those that bake a lot, this is
Yeah,
a very good uh yeah, this is something that you'll be very familiar with. Okay, so I have a bit of while Stephanie's rolling that out, I'll explain. It's okay, don't
Yeah,
worry.
okay.
Don't worry. When we're
This
new
fine?
at this,
The
yes,
thickness?
this is good.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So I have a bit of corn flour here. If you don't have corn flour, tapioca flour or glutinous rice flour, the very fine type of flour will work. Okay. Why I have this is because my cookie cutter is plastic. If you have a metal cookie cutter, it's not as important. But if you have a plastic one, it tends to stick to the clay very easily. So this flour will help prevent the sticking.
Just like when we are baking. Yeah,
Yes.
like, kind of.
Then you
Okay,
when
yeah.
you're baking also you kind of flour the bread so that it doesn't stick and things like that. So this is just a very thin layer of flour, okay? And then I am just going to the sheet that I made. I'm going to just do a cutout. Okay, cut out as many petals or
As possible.
as possible.
Okay.
Oops, this is too much flour here, so I have to blow it away later. Okay, so you cut out as many as you can,
Yep.
and then with the sheet that we have made or you have made. Ooh, and this is stuck. Okay,
Okay.
so I will pass. Hang on, let me cut one more time. Then I'll pass it to you.
This is like making the Chinese New Year the kueh bang cake.
Oh
the
yes,
the one that melts in your mouth.
this is like yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Haven't had dinner, so I'm thinking about food now.
Oh, thinking about food. Oh, you but Chinese New Year snacks. Oh my
Oops.
goodness.
Okay.
I miss snacks. Snacks are very yeah, Christmas
Okay,
is
this is too
coming.
much also.
Yeah, so you can blow.
Can't hear?
Oh, if there's too much flour, okay, you can blow the flour away. So you if you just give it a quick blow, because corn flour and stuff is easy to
Yeah.
yeah, it's easy to remove. You don't have to touch it too much. If you just blow, the excess will come off.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of it also lah. Okay.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, so this is the okay. I have this specific cutter. This is the cutter that I have. If you don't have this cutter, you can look for any flower petal cutters. Those are more common, but this one
So
is a
these
little
ones
bit.
you can get it at shops like the Art Friend and
Actually, this one,
Spotlight
you know
or-
what? I got it from NTUC.
Oh,
Sometimes NTUC sells.
okay.
Yeah.
As
So
in like the baking.
yeah, or
the
baking shop like
yeah.
Poon Huat or
Ah,
something
okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do it at home, you can blow it
Yep.
away. So just make sure that you have an even number.
Okay.
Okay, because you're going to overlap one on top of the other. Okay, so make sure you have even so you can make like the um the even number. There won't be excess also. Okay, so we are going to overlap one flower on top of the other.
Okay.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Okay, 10. Just nice.
Like 8 is fine, right?
8
Just-
is fine.
as
Then
long
you
as
can
it's-
make
yeah,
4
so, yeah.
flowers.
Okay.
Okay, I have 10, so I can make 5. My slab is a little bit bigger
Yeah,
than yours too.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So the excess we just put one side.
Yep.
Okay. Then when we're done. All right. So the slab will be again in front of you.
Okay.
Okay. If a corn flower gets on your clay, it's okay. Don't worry, because it will bake out of the clay.
Okay.
So it won't affect the color of your clay at all.
Okay.
Okay, can just blow it off or anything, it will come right off. If you after baking, let's say it's still stuck, you can't get it on while it's still unbaked, off while it's still unbaked, right? After you bake it, you can wipe it off
Okay.
also. So don't worry about the corn flour.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so now we are going to place our cutouts onto the clay.
Okay.
Okay, you can place however you want, wherever you want on the clay itself. So you have 8, right? So you
Yes,
can make 4
4.
flowers, right?
Yep.
So you just place 4
Yep.
however,
Randomly,
randomly, however you want first. Okay. Mine is 5. So I'm going to place 5 first. Okay. So I'm decorating my sheet now basically. Okay. I just place 5.
Yep.
Okay. And then after that, you take your other one. We're going to create the second layer. Okay, for the daisy. So when I overlap it, right? So this second one is to overlap. You put it on top. And then what I do is, so, okay, so I have 5, right? There's like 5 petals.
Yes.
And then I am going to, this one, when I put on top, I'm going to do it
Okay.
in between the spaces.
Sure.
So this is to give it more dimension
Yep.
to our flowers. It's not so 2D. It becomes a little bit more
Is
3D.
this alright? Something like that?
Yes, something
Yeah?
like that.
Okay, good.
So you kind of overlap where there are gaps. When you overlap, you cover those gaps.
Should I press it a bit or just?
You can press it a bit to
little
get
bit,
it to
right?
stick.
Okay.
So you can press it a bit to get it to stick.
Okay.
Hello, hi Lynn. Hello Karen. Thanks for joining us. Okay, those that are just joining us, I'm making a floral polymer clay slab. So if there is if you have any questions in your comments, please go ahead and leave um feedback in the comment section, and I'll answer your questions. Okay. So thank you for joining me.
Yeah. This is really fun. So if you're interested, you should really join us in the upcoming sessions. You can actually register online and join Annabelle for hands-on session. I'm really enjoying this actually.
If you you can, if you go to my Facebook page, the Polymer Clay Facebook page, you can just post a message there, or you can PM me as well, and I will definitely let you know when I'm having a session, what I'm doing, and if you're interested, you can join. Okay. Usually I have my sessions Thursday or Saturday, so Thursday evenings or Saturday afternoons. All right. So if you can't make those time, we can also plan for other timings also.
Yep.
Yeah. So I really enjoy sharing about polymer clay. Okay. So
This is a bit distorted.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We can fix that. Okay.
Sure.
So I'll show you the next part. All right. The next part. Okay, it's easier. I have two different tools here. One's a satay stick. One is a needle like tool. This one's very sharp. Now, if you don't have this metal one at home, you can also use like a safety pin or actually a sewing needle. Okay, it's up to you. It's easier to work with something that is sharper. Okay, but I'll show you both just in case you don't have the sharp one. So actually, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use it to give my petal texture. So I'm going to actually just draw lines on the petals itself. Okay, I'm not sure if the viewers at home can see this, but yeah. Oh, it's a bit far. Sorry.
Do you want me to stretch it like? Okay, I'll point out the lines here.
Yeah. So I actually drew some lines to create the texture for the petals.
Okay.
Okay.
So start.
So I think you use this one. This one's easier.
Okay, thank
If you have a metal one, it's easier to use the metal one. Okay. The safety pin or needle.
Okay.
If not, then you can use a satay stick, but satay stick have to be very gentle because the lines will be very thick for satay stick. So you just draw short, long lines from the center of the petal out towards the edges. Okay, so this will just create some texture for your flowers. So this will create some nice texture. And it's more 3D also. Okay, or else your flowers will become quite flat.
It's actually a very simple touch, but it makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
Yes, it makes a lot of difference to do. So you just start from the middle, you go up to the side. Sometimes you have to do some of this texturing just to give it some character a little. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what actually very similar baking. They always like to the bread. They like to do the little lines and stuff. This is kind of it's really just to make it look more interesting.
Yes.
So this is what we are also doing for the flowers also. Okay. So don't worry about it being like uneven or anything like that. It's just it's random. Nature is also like that. It's not very symmetrical.
Yep.
So it will end up looking quite natural. Okay. Remember if you're using the satay stick to be gentle, don't press too hard. Okay. If you're using needle, it's easier to control. Needle or safety pin. So safety pin is a good option also. Okay.
Yep.
So once we are done,
Okay.
I have yellow here. This is like sunshine yellow or sunflower yellow. Okay. So we are going to use this. Okay, and then we're just going to pinch some. We're going to create roll a very small ball. Very, very small.
Okay.
This is really for the middle of your flower.
Okay.
So you judge how big your own flower is,
Sure.
then you create the middle.
Yep.
Okay. So we do a very small we do a very small middle part. Okay.
Such a happy color.
Yeah, then it's quite it
Yeah.
really yellow and white lah.
Yeah.
The color is actually very contrasting. Daisies are very pretty flowers,
And
are
it's,
happy
it's,
flowers.
it's like it's I think it's in season. I mean, as in like 2 months ago, I saw lots of they are selling lots of daisy at the
Oh, it could be, yeah,
supermarket.
it's the
and
season.
I actually bought some and to display at
Display
home,
home.
and you just feel very happy just by looking at the daisy.
Yeah,
Such a
daisies,
yeah, it's
daisies
really
are very happy. The other flowers are really like sunflower.
sunflower.
They're also very happy.
Yes, yeah. The
Colour.
colors.
Yes.
Yeah, the bright color.
It's very bright. There's many different flowers out there you can like make with this polymer clay slab. So, but I'm starting on daisy. Daisy is one of the easier ones to work with first.
For
Yeah.
beginners, yeah, like me.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's easier because the petals are not so complicated. They are a little bit flatter. The colors are also pretty standard.
Yes.
So if you are not too sure how to match and play around with colors, then white and yellow, it's very basic. And then you just need to find the background to match. Okay, so once we are done with the middle part, after you put all your middle part, if you have a satay stick, that will be good. Okay, we will actually put it in this way to create another different type of texture, and this will make it stick. Okay, satay stick is better because needle will be too thin. The needle will be too thin. So
I should use that,
yes.
right? Okay.
So after I'm done with this satay stick, I will pass it to you.
Okay.
And then you can use it. Then I will show you the outcome of me after like poking
Thank
the
you.
middle of it
Yep.
in. Thank you. So it will look like this. So Stephanie is doing that now.
Yeah.
But the outcome should look like this. Okay?
Yep. The crafting is really therapeutic.
Yes.
Just like
Especially if you don't have to be too like detailed with your crafting.
yeah,
I think it's quite
yeah.
it's quite therapeutic.
Yeah.
So next, we're going to create the leaves. Okay, because flowers there are always leaves with flowers, alright? I'm using two different colors here. There's a light green and a darker green. Or you can just use one color, totally up to you. Okay. I'm using two different colors because it just creates more color variation, color texture. So that's why I'm doing two colors. But if you don't have, you just have one color of green, that's fine also. Okay, so this one, we are going to pinch it also.
Okay.
Okay,
For the
you
leaves,
can
right?
try with this
Yep.
color. I'll
Yeah,
try.
yeah. Okay.
So you pinch a very tiny bit out.
Yep.
Same, we roll into a ball, right?
Okay.
And then this is a bit complicated part. You hold one end, index finger and thumb, and then the other hand you press flat. They'll become leaf sheets.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you can do this. And then you can just put it by any flower.
Something like that.
Yes. Okay, it doesn't have to be too
perfect. I mean, it's like
too perfect, yeah. So you can just place it however you want.
Yep.
Okay. So this is the part that is a little bit more tedious.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the part that like you really have to like it's small, the leaves are small. If you have okay, I know some people have cookie cutters for
Mm.
the leaves also, but the I couldn't find one small enough. I have cookie cutters for leaf shape, but they are actually a bit large. So if I'm making something of this size, it's actually a bit hard to find a cookie cutter that is appropriate for my flowers lah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
If not, you can also try making your own cookie cutter. I've seen some people on YouTube actually show how to make. I think you need like a very hard cardboard or like some metal sheeting or something
Yes,
to make
yes.
it on your own if you're willing to make with pliers and things.
Yeah.
But I'm not willing to make the cookie cutter myself. So I actually end up just doing this. Okay, so you just keep putting on leaves until you're happy with the outcome. And then you can keep.
My leaves are a bit too big for the flower. Oh.
Actually, it doesn't really matter because you know why? Later we are going to cut it. So when we cut it, right, some parts when you cut, it will cut off some of parts of
Oh,
the
okay,
leaf.
okay, okay.
Okay, because when we cut, later I show you when we cut, right?
Yep.
You will cut wherever you feel like it looks the best when you use the cookie cutter to cut. So you won't be like cutting. So if you feel like the leaf is too big, you can cut off part of the leaf.
Sure, sure.
So that's the beauty of making a sheet too. Okay, you choose the part that you like, and then you just uh, you cut out that part. Okay, so the ugly parts you can get rid of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about doing polymer clay slabs also. Okay. So if there's any questions, please feel free to ask, leave your comments. If not, please like our page. I also have a polymer clay Facebook page. Okay, please, take a look at it. There's lots of previous projects I've done. I also posted some pictures that I have done accessories wise. And you can take a look at those. Maybe it will provide some inspiration for you for your own future projects and things like that. So definitely join my page also if you like making polymer clay. Okay, um, I always like to meet new people
Yes,
and
yeah.
and actually find out what they're doing as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because it expands my own knowledge. Yeah, so I really like meeting people who also um, dabble with polymer clay as well.
I think crafting like this is definitely more fun to kind of like make it with like at least 2 to 3 or more people than doing it alone. I mean, it's like now we
Yes.
can chit chat and then we do it together. And
It's more fun when you do art and then you chit
yes,
chat and
yes,
do
yes.
art. So I know I know it's very popular out there actually. Quite a lot of my friends have done polymer clay sessions for their bridal like
Oh,
party.
okay.
So with their bridesmaids, they go and then they actually learn how to do polymer clay as an activity and things like that. So I think this is it's quite fun to do as a group.
Yep.
Yeah, this was all pre-COVID though. So now we are controlling the small sizes now. So sometimes if you just want to find another activity to do besides,
Yeah, yeah.
because we can't travel out of the country now
Exactly.
also, right? So there are it's quite limited what we can do during like our free time.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people are trying to find like alternatives on what activities are there to do.
And I think because it's year end, Christmas is coming, and people are looking for gifting ideas. So what you've been doing, it really kind of like make very good gift, Christmas
Yes.
gift. Yeah.
And the beauty of it is you can make more than one at
Yes.
one shot.
Yeah.
If you're doing you can actually make multiple accessories at once, so you can gift to a few people. It's all handmade, so I really think that sometimes handmade things is more meaningful than buying,
Buying,
because you actually
definitely.
spend the time to do it, and
Yeah.
you know you make it to that person's liking, you see.
Yeah. More meaningful.
Yeah, so I really like it. So I really like I mean, Oppa also has asked me, can you please make something? And I was thinking like, okay, what can I make? He was like, why do you always make girly stuff?
Girly stuff.
Can you
Oops.
make guy things? So I have to start. There'll be a few projects that will be targeted
Oh
for
man.
guys. Yes, because he keeps telling me, everything you make. So I made some dishes and things like that,
Yes,
which
I
is
remember that session when you did something.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's really like both guys and girls can use.
Yes.
But he was like, how about accessories for men? Okay, so then I have to start thinking already. The accessories for men, what can I do to what can I make for them, for him? So Oppa will be my guinea pig.
Cufflink was just
Cufflinks. You try
yeah.
cufflinks. Yeah, or like bracelet, those
Ah,
many
yeah, yeah,
bracelet
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So with leather, using the
Yes.
leather pots and things like that. They can try. I will definitely try that with Oppa. And then he will be my model for the men's
Yes,
accessories
yes, yeah.
line. I'll do that with him. So you have okay. So I'm actually almost done. I'm quite happy with the number of leaves
Yeah, you
that I
have more
have.
leaf. I'm just putting. Okay, I'm like slow and quite yeah. So
Okay, so I
I
mean
think
that's why I
yeah,
said this is the tedious part.
yeah,
Okay, if you're at home, of course you have more time and you really can make this slab until you are totally happy with it.
yeah.
Okay. So I mean I've been doing this longer also, that's why it's like I'm faster when it comes to just pinching and,
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
rolling the flowers and things like that. But some people they like to have a lot of leaves.
Mm.
A lot of leaves. Some don't really like to have too many, but some really like to fill the whole background with leaves until they overlap one another. You can do that also. It's it's up to you how you want to design your slab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some people tend to to really like to have a lot more color on
Yeah,
their slab.
yeah.
Some just prefer to be like a little bit plainer. It's also up to you. It's just all about the pattern and what you
Sure,
like.
sure.
Yeah, so you can as long as you're satisfied with it, then fine. Okay, so I have lots of slabs. See the depress, yeah. I have
Okay.
lots of leaf, leafy. Yeah. So this is what it looks like for me, when there's more. Okay, for those that maybe are finding this small, like, because this is very tiny, right?
Yep.
To manage with your fingers, you can always use satay stick. I saw Stephanie doing it just now, which is very good. Okay, you put it on the satay stick, the tip, the sharp end. Then you can just place it on wherever you want, and then you kind of stick it using the satay stick to kind of place it down. Okay, so that also works fine. It's easier to manage for those that are new. Okay, it's actually easier to manage the small little details that you're trying to do. So the statistic will help you, okay, with this process. Okay, so I think I'm more or less done with mine.
Yep. I don't. Yeah, I think I'm pretty. Maybe I just add one more so
Mm,
that I will. Yep.
okay,
Okay. Then we.
so now
What's next?
this is like my box of cookie cutters. There's a lot inside. Okay, so depending on how big your slab is, of course, then you can. If I use something like this, then I will be looking to make like a pendant. So this will be like for very large items. Okay, Would you like to make earrings?
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we can
Earring
make
sounds good. Yeah.
something like that.
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
So for earrings, right?
Yep.
Then if you want round ones, okay, you
yeah.
can find those round, small round cookie cutters. I also got these from NTUC.
Okay.
Or Poon Huat also, I think they have quite a
Okay.
lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Then last time I remember I was saying like I will have a giveaway with all these tiny ones. These are really useful when you're doing like your polymer clay accessories. Okay, because it'll let you create
Add on
something
the
like
shape,
this.
right? Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
actually use yellow because there's already yellow, it matches the purple,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So then I created something like that too. Okay, so you can mix and match
Yep.
and then that's the long rectangle. So it depends on what type of look
Yep.
you're going for. If not, you can do the ones I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So there's a pearl. So if you have beads at home,
Can add on, right?
yes, you can add on.
Oh, that's a nice
So I
touch.
did freshwater pearl with the clay at
Yeah.
the bottom like that.
Yeah.
So is there a particular? I think you can make two different types of earrings.
Okay, let's
with
try.
this.
Maybe I start with the. Actually, the rectangle one is really quite cute. Like the-
Okay,
yeah. I
so
find
you
that
can
really quite cute.
cut
Yep.
two
Okay,
items with the rectangle. Okay, so you can cut two. I'm going to use this.
Okay,
Okay,
I have to dab. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So you dab it with a bit of corn flour to be on the safe side, and then you find okay, when I put my cookie cutter on top, right, I'm actually looking from the top to see
Yeah.
which pattern I like. Okay, then I'm just going to cut it. And then put this one.
I'm just gonna cut already. Okay.
So I've made something. Yeah.
Okay,
So
we
for
just
me, I've made.
immediately we kind of
Yeah.
just
Or
pick
you
up.
can just leave it there first.
right?
Yeah,
I
you can
can,
just leave it.
yeah.
So you cut two because you want one on each side, right?
Yes.
So you cut two. You find another one that you like, and then you cut again. Okay, and then I will make So my one's a bit bigger, so I can make a bit more compared to Stephanie.
More purple at the bottom. This one. Yep. Yes. Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you can leave it there first because you
Okay.
still have others, right? So do you
I can
still?
attempt a round one, you think?
You can
I
do
can,
a round
right?
one
Yeah.
also.
Oh,
So
just
you
to make
dip it
sure.
in the
Oops, But then, yeah, I can over.
Yes, you can overlap. It's
Overlap.
okay. Then you end up. You see mine. It ended up like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's up
I
to
know
you
what-
how you
yeah,
want
okay,
to
good.
do it also.
Yes. Okay, let's do this.
So I'm going to make. I have a bit more, so I can make teardrop shape. So I'll make teardrop shape with. Maybe mine would be like this. I don't know. Okay. And then I will do a rectangular.
Yep. Okay. Yay. Cool. Okay.
Okay, so I've made, you see my rectangular, I cut the flower.
Yes, yeah. Actually, it really is. It just
Yeah.
can be anything. Yeah.
It can be really anything you want.
Yes.
Okay, so now then we are going to decorate and decide how we want to decorate it.
It's like this one. Actually, I was like cutting away the bottom, but it turns out to be really nice because it's like it's as if the flower is sitting at the corner. Yeah. So
That's the beauty about slab. You can really like do however you want to do. My teardrop shape also. I mean, the whole
Yeah, this is
flower cannot
nice.
fit into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it's okay also.
Yes,
It's entirely up to you.
Okay.
Okay, so now we decide how we want our earrings to look like.
Okay.
So if you want it to look something like that,
Yes.
then we have to have
I need to do the
the bit of the yellow.
Okay. Yeah. So I
Okay.
need to, yeah, I need to just.
So we are going to cut some of the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you are going to roll it flat.
Yeah.
Don't make it too thin, this one.
Okay.
So this one you have to make it a bit thicker because we are not layering it with any we're not layering other clay on top like our flower here.
Okay.
Okay. So you can make it, you can roll the whole thing flat, the whole sheet. Make it
This
into a
whole
flat
thing,
sheet.
Okay.
This one maybe about like 4 mm thick, 2 times thicker than what you did earlier
Okay.
on. Okay. And then I'll give you the starts. And okay, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to give this one start is you need start backing, not the dangling hook ones. Okay, so you can get this from Upfriend. Alright. The silver one is the earring backings like that. Okay. This is completely metal, so you can bake it also. Okay, while you put the clay in for baking, you can bake this together with the clay.
Okay. So you can actually
Yeah.
just throw it into the oven.
Yes, because this is
Okay.
completely metal, you see. If there's a plastic component to it, then we can't bake it.
Is this good?
Yes, this is good enough.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the one that I use.
Okay. So I cut 2 of these rounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
You cut 2 round. So you cut 2 round. Yeah. Oh, there wasn't enough flour on it. So yeah, just make sure you coat your cookie cutter with flour so that um, you can actually take it out. You don't have problems taking it out.
Yeah.
Okay, then this is what we're going to do. You can use this, okay, because you see here, right? We need to join these two together. So you need a hole at the bottom of this and a hole at the top of
Okay.
the other one. Okay, so you can use this needle one
Yeah,
to help you
to
like
create
poke
that
the
hole.
hole. Yes. Okay. For me, instead of using round one, I'm going to use triangle together with my. Oops. My one is also too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a triangle together with my. Oh no, okay, this is a bit too thick. Okay, so I'm going to use the back this way. We'll do another triangle.
And then the round one is at the bottom. Yep.
Yeah. So the round one's at the bottom too.
I was like, must be very careful then. Go through the
Yeah, careful. You can leave it some space because my jump ring is large enough, so it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 triangles here. My triangle is going to go with my rectangle.
Okay.
Okay, then
I need to. Is this the one that I'm supposed to do? Oh no.
yes, that's fine. Okay, then we are just going to. Where's the hole here?
Oops.
Yeah, you
it's
must
like,
make sure you
oops,
poke
yeah,
all
I
the way
didn't-
through.
Yeah.
If you don't poke all the way through, then it will be a bit difficult to actually you cannot put the jump ring through.
Yeah.
So you must make sure that you poke all the way through. Okay.
Sure.
So okay, so this is the difference with using a needle and a satay stick. When I use a satay stick, the hole is very big.
Okay.
Okay, so it's always prettier to use the needle tool if you have a needle tool. Okay, it's cleaner also.
Yep.
All right, you can flip over to the back, that one.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm using a needle tool. Okay, you flip over to the back and then we're going to stick the studs in.
The round one, you mean? Like
The round one that you just did, these studs that I gave you, right?
Okay.
So for the top part, you're going to just flip it over. Okay, my one's a bit ugly.
sure.
Yeah. So this part is the part that we have to.
Ah, okay. Attach the.
Yeah, so we're going to attach. So I gave you two earlier on, right?
Yep.
Okay, so mine is a triangle, but yours is a circle, so it's okay. So we're going to do this. The hole, right, is there. I'm going to put it on top of the hole. Try and make it a bit more centralized.
Sure.
Okay. So this one is fine. You can
Just press it down, right?
yeah, just press it down and then it will hold. Okay, so if this doesn't let's say if it falls out during the baking, okay, that's fine. You can always just take glue and then glue it in.
Okay.
Okay, so after it's done, but this is to make sure that you have a hole there to after to create that hole there, because it has to sit in the clay.
Inside the clay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is just to make sure that it sits in the clay. So I'm done. This one done. Okay. And this one I can just go ahead and put this here. I will put yours
Yeah.
also.
Okay.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, this one you decide which one is where you want to hang it from. You're just going to poke a hole.
So yeah. Okay. So I have to use this to poke the hole.
Yes.
Right, so that I can, yeah.
So you can decide where you want to poke the hole.
Yeah.
There's flour all over my dress now. There's flour all over my dress. Okay.
Yep.
Hole. And then okay, this one is done. Okay, and then I created a teardrop one also. So this one I'm just going to make it into stacks. And then I will just, because I had quite a lot. My slab was bigger. So the bigger your slab, right, the more you can make out of it. Of course, you might not want to make it so big also, because you won't know what to do with the entire slab.
yeah.
Like, what can you make with the entire thing? Okay, so you might want to see what you want. If you just want one pair of earrings, then you don't have to make it so big. If you want like multiple and quite a few, or bracelet, we could also make bracelets out of this actually. Then you can actually make a bigger slab, and then you can make quite a lot.
Okay. So I just poke and then we have to bake it now, is it?
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can go ahead, put it here,
Yep. Yay.
and
you
then
wanna
we
show
are
the
going to
before.
yes,
See, so pretty.
this is before.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do I help you? Let me do.
No,
Put it in,
it's
right?
okay, I can
It's
do
okay?
this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you put it in. So I have a small toaster oven here, okay? The small toaster oven, I put it low to medium, okay, somewhere in between. Okay. Clay bakes at 120, so 150, I don't want it too high, or else my clay will burn. Then I'm going to set it at about 8 minutes. This one I'll watch my clock.
8
Because
minutes, is it?
5 to 8 minutes I have to
Okay.
see. Because right, for oh, you can set timer for me?
Yes, yes.
Yay,
5
thank you.
minutes
Maybe set 5 minutes.
Yes,
lah.
yes, yeah. I think it's
So the smaller your oven, right, then it will cook faster. So it will heat up faster.
yeah.
So when it becomes very hot quickly, right, your clay will also cook faster. And then when it cooks fast, if you don't watch it properly, it will burn.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's very much like cooking.
Yes, yes.
But at home, if you have the big built-in ones, right, then that one is a bit easier. And then you can actually follow the packaging. On the packaging, it puts like 120 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. And then it actually doesn't burn so easily. Because the one I have at home is a big built-in oven. So it's actually easier to manage.
Yes.
For beginners, it's a bit better because it won't burn. But if you have toaster, not everyone has the built-in one. It's a toaster. You do have to be very careful. My suggestion is like 5 minutes first, and then after that you kind of look. Okay, you take it out. You take a look at it. You know it's not big. If for ladies, if you use your nails and you press on the back of your clay, and then if there is a nail mark, okay, that means your clay is still underbaked. It's not baked enough yet. You put it back in for about 2 minutes again. Let it bake. Then it's in out lah. Then you calculate the time after that. When you're familiar with your oven, you don't have to keep doing that. You can just put it in at the time. Yeah. So every oven is different. So you do have to play around with it. Okay. So now we will prepare for the next part while we are waiting. We have 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. So the next part, do you want a pearl? I prepared some pearls actually.
Okay.
So you can have you can add a pearl. Yes. Okay. So we can do that for the round one.
Sure.
And then I will give you, okay. So the pearls I put it inside here because I didn't want them to roll everywhere. Like, oh, it's rolling. Okay.
Good idea.
Okay. So that is the pearl. Okay. The dangling ones. Okay, if you have this one, I also went to Art Friend to get it. Okay, it's just a hook. This one's a bit prettier because there's a flower petal there's flower at the end of it.
Sure.
Okay, so it's a bit different from the usual.
Yep.
A bit more expensive, but if you're wearing it or giving away as a gift, actually not very expensive also.
Yes.
It's not very, very expensive. It's like a few dollars for like I think there was how many pairs inside? There was a dozen, so 6. You can they sell a dozen, so 6 pairs of earrings.
Right. So pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one they have many other patterns besides flowers, but since we're making flowers today, that's why I brought this. Okay. The other thing you'll need is you'll need jump rings. Okay, these are called jump rings. I have them in many different sizes.
So, connect this.
Yeah, so they are to connect the two. Okay.
This one. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So
It's actually 1 minute.
1 minute left, is it? I think it can go for a bit more.
1 minute 40 seconds. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So okay, so the jump rings, there's very big ones. If you're making a pendant, the bigger ones, of course, will be more it will be the ones that you use. If you're making something smaller, then of course you use smaller jump rings. So there's a variety here. Okay. And then we will need we will need pliers.
Yeah.
Maybe later I need help to take out that one from the oven. Okay. Yeah, but
Actually,
there's about 1 more minute lah.
The whole process is actually quite fast. It just depends on really how intricate we want the design. And then we were talking, and obviously we were trying to explain every step. If not, this is really very easy.
It's very easy, and it can be very fast
Yes,
also.
yes.
So it's really how you want to do this also.
Okay, it's almost done. Almost 5 minutes. Yep. So we are into the final step.
Yes. So okay, this part. Ideally, right, we will need, because for the pearl it's very skinny. Okay, I don't have the correct eye pin, so I'm going to create the eye pin for it.
Actually, with the flower, I think maybe this is actually already very nice.
It's nice,
Maybe
right?
I can just do this.
You just want to do that without the.
Yes.
Okay, I can show the
Because
one
I
with
didn't
the
realize,
pearl.
yeah, there was this flora.
Yeah, there's
Very
a flower
nice.
there
Yeah.
also. So I can show the one with the pearl. But yeah. And then the pliers that you would need are, okay, there's a lot of pliers. But there's a wire cutter.
5 minutes. Should we check? It's been 5 minutes.
Yes, I think it's good enough already. There's smoke coming out of it.
Smoke
Careful.
coming.
Okay. Okay, we have to leave it to cool first.
Okay.
Careful yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Opa. So okay, you know this smoking when we took it out in time lah.
Yep.
Okay, while we're waiting for it to cool,
Okay.
there are different pliers, so I just introduced the different pliers to you. This is the round nose plier. Okay. It is you use it when you need to create like a curve.
Okay.
Okay. Flat nose plier. This one's flat nose. Okay. This one is also when you need to straighten things. Alright. This one is sharp nose plier. Okay, it's sharp at the end. So it's rounded on one end and flat on the inside, sharp nose plier. The sharp nose plier is the most if you need a pair of pliers, you don't want to buy all of it, buy the sharp nose plier. This is the most flexible one you can use.
Okay.
You can use it to curve things or you can use it to flatten because there's both ends. Okay. And then this one is a must-have also. This is the wire cutter. Okay.
So never did realize there are so many types.
Yes, but these two, if you don't make jewelry very often, then it's not very necessary to get. But if you want to make unique pliers, right, these two is important.
Most basic.
Yes, the most basic. You need the sharp nose and the wire cutter.
Okay.
So these are the most basic pliers that you would need. Okay. And then I'm going to. Did I lose one? Yes, I think I lost one. It's okay, it doesn't matter. I have some more. This is good. It's always good to have extras lying around, okay? Because sometimes small things will get missing very quickly. Okay, so sorry, we have to wait for it to cool. Okay, so I am going to create my connecting one for the pearl because
So
I
you
want
actually
to.
cut away the. you are
Yes, I'm
actually
cutting
that.
away. This is actually a T. It's not an I pin. It's a
Yeah,
T
so
pin.
we won't
Yeah, so I actually don't have the correct one. That's why I'm
Okay.
creating.
Yeah.
If not, if you get the I pin, then the I pin is definitely the correct one that you will need to use. But I don't have the I pin, so mine is the T pin instead. So I'm going to use the T pin for the pearl. Just go connect it first so that when it's cooled down, then we can quickly
on.
do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do it quickly. Okay, so this is the connecting for the pearl. The more you practice, the faster you
Yeah,
get.
yeah. I remember
So
the other time, and this is the one that's pretty challenging. But basically, yeah, it needs.
yeah, you
a
need a
few
lot
more
of
try,
practice.
yeah.
So if you practice a lot, right, you can actually do this rather quickly.
Yes.
I do this quite often. So if you have freshwater pearls at home, these are not expensive. The freshwater pearls, right, I got it from Chinatown People's Park. There's some bead shops there.
Okay.
So we can go there also and take a look. You know, they have a lot of different types of beads. But you can definitely find freshwater pearls there for not a very expensive price.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's quite cheap
Yes,
actually.
yeah.
One whole
Oh,
strand
that's
is maybe
true.
$10,
Okay.
slightly less, a few dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's
Be
see
careful.
how. Let's see how. Oh, it's burnt. I'm
Okay, so
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I think it's too thin.
It's too thin,
Actually,
maybe.
we can add to the color. It's like sunflower color.
So the
Round.
top. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Yeah, mine is also burnt also.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. I think it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, but some are not burnt, some are okay.
Yeah.
So you have to see. I think the
these
yellow
are
burns
fine.
easier than the
Mm.
Just a bit afraid to. Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
so
okay.
those
Yeah,
that
yeah, this is
yeah,
alright.
because
I think
this
the
one
yellow
was
ones.
yeah, it's the yellow ones that so some of the clays will burn a lot quicker than others. So you have to be careful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, this is your
Yep.
purple. And this is the blue. Okay. It's cool down enough already.
Yep.
Okay. So what we're going
The
to do
round one.
now
Do the
is
round.
yeah, you're doing the round one first, right? Okay. So the round one, right? This one
you
very
basically
easy.
just put it.
Yeah, you just put it
Okay,
through.
cool,
You
yeah.
just make sure it's facing
Yeah.
the correct way. That's it. But for my round one, because I have a pearl, so I'm going to just put in the pearl first. Then I'm going to lock it in place. Okay, this one, right, you can also pull it apart like that. So it has more space for you to maneuver around. Then you can push it close like this. That's why I got
okay.
some of it is quite flexible. So
Yes.
that's why I got this also because it's quite easy to use.
Yes.
Yeah, and to make jewelry with. Okay, so there's this one. It's quite
Suddenly I cannot figure out which way should I be. Am I doing it correct like that, or I should be? Is it correct? I should be doing this, right? wrong.
It should be the other way.
The other way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then to for me, because I have a pearl in between, I'm going to connect it with a jump ring. So I have a jump ring here. Okay, so I will, the hole that I poked earlier, right? I actually have to thread it through the hole. Okay. So I will split open the jump ring first. Okay, thread it through, and then make sure it's facing the correct way. Okay, I'll thread this through too. Okay. There. So this is done.
It's correct, right? I'm getting it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but I just have to close
Then
up.
you just have to push it
Yeah.
close,
Okay. Yeah.
and then it's done. So you're
Yeah.
already done. So mine also done one side like that.
Yep.
Okay. And this is the jump ring. So yeah.
Wow.
So it's always good to plan what kind of design you want your earrings to look like, and then afterwards you kind of then it's easier for you to make the earrings after
Yeah.
you are done with it, so that because if you try and figure out after you cut everything, right, then you try and figure out what to do with it, it's a bit tough. Because you already cut it, you cannot undo the cutting
Yes,
process. So this is the part that you have to have some planning lah.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. This is one pair done. Bye.
Yeah, you have one pair. You have a very nice
Yay.
purple
Yeah.
pair, and this one is the blue pair, like that.
Yeah. So this is the one that should I actually try?
Do you want to do that, or you just want to just have this on its own?
Yeah, maybe.
Since we since
we can
we burnt
try to do
it,
something with this another
it's
time.
okay. We can
Yeah.
always
Maybe.
that one's fine. So that one, right?
Like
Because
a little.
yeah. So we are going to do this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the regular like ear hooks that you
Yeah.
usually see outside.
Yes.
These ones are the bit nicer ones. They do sell at Upfront, but these are the regular ones. The regular ones are a little bit cheaper, but I mean, if you're giving away a gift or you're wearing for yourself, sometimes you want a bit nicer lah.
Yes. Yes.
So you can spend a bit more, but it's not very much more.
I just have to open up the bottom.
No.
No.
Okay, so I think
Oh,
it will
you
be
need something
easier if you use the jump ring.
Oh, okay.
So you don't open up the bottom. Let me see whether I can find the correct jump ring. I have to find the correct size because I used all those are pretty big. Okay,
smaller ones.
yeah, the smaller ones, but that one might be a bit too small. But these are the correct sizes. Never mind, it's okay. I have plenty.
Oops.
I have plenty.
Yeah. So I should just hook it on and then I just.
Yeah, so you can, okay, the easiest way I always tell is to just take a pair of pliers,
Yeah.
one side, and then you just use your finger to push it open.
Sure.
Okay?
I open it with my hand.
Okay, yeah, if you have the strength, you can do it, but this is a bit small to manage lah. That's why I say it's always easier to uh do this lah. So I always use the pliers to kind of help me, and it's a lot quicker if I use pliers also. Okay, so then this is the earrings like that. So hang on, let me. Are you okay? You drop. That's fine. It
I
doesn't
might
matter.
continue. It's okay. We just maybe I just do one side first so that we don't.
There's one here.
Yeah.
There's another one here.
Yeah. Thank you. Later I'll pick it up.
There's a lot of extras. I always have a lot of extras just in case. So yeah, so the earring, you see, so this is how it will look like. Okay?
Yep.
I made quite a lot today. That's my. Yeah. When you buy these jump rings, right, they sell in like bulk. So they come in like hundreds. So it's definitely okay. If you like lose, I have lost many,
Sure, sure.
you know, I have lost many along the way already. So this isn't yeah. So don't worry about it. And it's very cheap also.
Yeah, not so bad.
The only part you have to worry about is stepping on it if you're at home and things like that. So you just want to make sure that you don't you find it after you are done. Okay.
Okay. So we are basically like done.
Yes, we
Yep.
are done.
Yeah. So
So these are all the yeah. So these are the earrings. So maybe it's these are the ones in purple that's neat, and these are the ones in blue. You can do in the pearl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can just.
Yeah, you can make so many. I made so many. Look. And then the stud. I made teardrops also. So then it's stud earrings. I don't know whether you can see this. It's very hard for rebalance. There we go.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah,
Yes.
so thank you so much for joining me today. If you make any earrings or you're interested, really let me know. I'll do something similar again like this again for the next session, but I will make it more Christmas themed because Christmas is coming up.
Good
So
idea.
it's gonna be like a whole month of Christmas.
Is it gonna be like accessories? I mean, are you? The next
No,
one?
next one will be accessories, but
Okay.
I then the following weeks I will do something more decorative
Okay.
as we get closer to Christmas, maybe a tree ornament and things like that.
Okay.
So
sounds
there'll
good.
be more very Christmassy projects
Yes,
for the
yes,
next
yes.
month or so.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again next week. Next week will be on Saturday. Okay, so Saturday afternoon. Bye bye. Thanks for joining me. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, that was very fun.
It was a lot of fun,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
I
yes.
love making this. It's
Yeah,
therapeutic.
yeah, yeah.
Today was a bit on the longer